I don't know if I'm gonna be able to leave the house anymore. I just held the door open for 3 men. Men.
That first step, I ain't gonna lie, that was... I mean, but she said she got joked, that's what she did. But she talked about me. Don't talk about a triple OG like that. This motherfucker don't even know me. I'm dead. Girl, leave her alone. What you doing? He got me trying. She's very disrespectful. She deserves everything.
We've got a video for you here today of men giving equality back to modern day women. Let's jump into it.
What's a red flag in a guy? When he doesn't hold the door open for you or hold your bags or anything that's old school chivalry. Huge red flag for me. So you want like a gentleman. A gentleman. I'm not asking for much. Just hold the bags, open the door, pay for things. Tip, just pay the bill.
Modern women love to talk about chivalry, even though they know nothing about it. It's just an excuse for them to complain that men are not worshipping them, but they only have themselves to blame for that. If they don't want to act ladylike, then men aren't going to be gentlemen. It's very simple.
The Uber driver doesn't help the ladies. Look, the Uber driver is not helping the ladies to put on to load the truck. He's driving a Tesla. I think a Lyft driver. Is it? Yeah.
There are legitimate reasons why an Uber driver wouldn't carry another person's bags. Outside of the obvious liability issues, he could be setting himself up for a lot of trouble if these women are not satisfied with how he handled their luggage. It's their bags, it's their problem.
I'm sitting at the gas station, fueling up my car as one does at the gas station if they're not there to get snacks. And I go to start my car and it won't start. That's suspicious. So I pop open the hood and I'm standing there looking inside. Now I'm just going to use my best common sense that it probably is the battery. My battery's probably dead. Contact AAA, say that I need a jump. But what is freaking bonkers to me is all of these men have come pulling up next to me, come and gone, come and gone.
The reason why those men were coming and going was because they are at a gas station. They want to buy gas and move on with their lives. They aren't there to help women, because even if they did try to help, by the way, they could get lectured or attacked for being creepy. It's just not worth it.
And not one time, as I'm standing there looking like I don't know what I'm doing, as I'm looking at the engine of my car because I don't know what I'm doing. Is that the engine? Is that the freaking battery? Is that the alternator, the radiator? I don't know. Not one time has someone said, oh, hey, ma'am, do you need some help? Now, maybe I feel that way because I'm privileged, but I think it's rude.
She has no idea how privileged she is. Women get to live their lives on easy mode for the first quarter of their lives and beyond, but she thinks that means men must trip over backwards to help her whenever she has a problem. That's not happening.
How many times have you seen a woman doing this job? And why aren't feminists fighting for more equality working in concrete? Huh?
There's a reason why modern women aren't working in construction, mainly because they don't want to. They just want to endlessly complain that there aren't enough female construction workers because it gives them another excuse to dislike men.
Girl hits a guy first. Do you think it's okay for the guy to hit the girl back?
No.
Why not?
I feel like the girl shouldn't even hit the guy first. Actually, that's a lie. No, I still think he can't.
Why can't he hit back?
Because that's disrespectful.
Why is it disrespectful for him to hit her but not for her to hit him?
Because, like, next question? Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Nah.
We can all agree that nobody should be putting their hands on other people, but it's insane how these women are so entitled that they feel like they should have the right to be violent towards a man, but he shouldn't be allowed to defend himself. It's just insanity.
What happened to dudes taking the initiative? Like, I'm not just talking about dudes who have a crush on you. I mean, like, just being a gentleman in general. Like, I was at the museum the other day, and there would only be, like, room for one person to walk through a doorway at a time. And these dudes are just, like, strolling right. They see you, but they don't give a hoot. And so I stand to the side, and I'm like, no, really, go ahead. But, like, what happened to chivalry?
If your biggest complaint about men is that they aren't letting you walk into a museum before they do, then you live an incredibly privileged life and you have no right to be complaining.
Even when it comes to opening a door, I will stand and hold the door for a party of like 10. My friend is like standing. Sorry, I don't feel good. My friend will be standing on one side of the doorway just waiting for me, and all these dudes are walking by. I'm like, isn't the nice thing to do to be like, I got it from here, what is going on? There was one dude at the bar the other day who would step to the side anytime my friends and I would pass, and I ended up telling him, like, hey, never lose your sparkle buddy, because, like, I appreciate it. You know, they need a little bit of encouragement, apparently.
Modern women love to complain about doors not being held open for them. It's their biggest complaint that men aren't doing that. And the mere idea of them opening their own doors is so offensive that they need to insult men as they endlessly rant online.
Would you approach a woman for a date?
I would just go to her and I would ask her out, I think.
What would you say?
Hi, do you want to go out with me?
Would you expect her to pay the bill, or would you pay the bill? Or would you do 50-50?
If she really likes me, I think she has to pay the bill.
Why do you think she has to pay the bill?
Because women want equal rights. Why don't they pay the first bill?
You asked her out, right?
Yeah, but if she really likes me,
I don't think these women have any idea how arrogant they sound when they say, well, he asked me out, so he should pay the bill. It implies that the biggest reason why she's going out with him is because she wants a free meal and not because she actually enjoys his company.
Who do you think should pay on the first date?
I think it should be men. I would say men for the first date.
A lot of you said you're feminists, right? You believe in equality. But it's interesting when it comes to paying for the first date, you want the guy to pay. How do you reconcile being in favor of equality but also holding men to their traditional gender roles?
Womanists don't want equality, they want preferential treatment. They want men to live up to their roles as traditional men while they reap the benefits while acting as unattractive as possible. Men are done with that crap and these women just can't seem to stand it. This woman walked into a store, she set up her phone and then intentionally tried to grab something off of a high shelf and waited for men to walk by so that she could intentionally shame them online. This is yet another reason why men are just avoiding these women.
I just left Lowe's and not one single guy asked to help me. Not one single guy said, would you like help carrying that out? But they all liked me. All through the store. I Really? It's your fault you're lonely. Because you guys forgot manners, morals, and respect. Guess what? You ain't gonna get it, because you can't. You can't afford it.
The only people talking about male loneliness are modern women when they need an excuse to insult men. She goes to the store, assuming every man wants to go to bed with her, and then shames them for not helping her when these guys were clearly minding their own business.
Women want to be equal or special?
We want equality with equal pay. I'm not trying to get beat. I want equal pay because it's like, why am I going to college? I'm getting A's and B's and this C.
Would you rather have a high-profile job for no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I would clean sewers if it's more money.
Okay. Do you think most women would choose to do that?
I don't know what most women choose, but I'm talking about me.
Okay, no, I get that, but I'm saying I've interviewed hundreds of women, and most women actually would not choose the dangerous, dirty job. Is that possibly why a lot of women get paid less?
Well, if you're not willing to put in the work to get money, then that's your fault.
Women like this love to complain about equal pay because she thinks companies intentionally pay women less, even though that's illegal in most countries. On top of that, if companies could get away with paying women less, then dudes would be out of the job everywhere.
Why do we have the expression, that's a man's job?
Because certain things are a man's job. Because it's like, why gotta take the trash out if there's a man in the house?
Right. So I'm
Or
just saying.
lift heavy things.
Well, right, but it's.
When I'm talking about equal rights, I want equal pay. I want equality.
Is it fair to say if you want equal privileges, you need equal responsibilities?
No, I want. Why is responsibility with equality?
Because you gotta
I'm just
take.
trying to get equal pay.
Because you gotta take the bad with the good.
Why can't I have equal pay?
Don't you have to take the bad with the good?
No, you do not. We should have equality. Period.
She wants men to do the backbreaking labor, but she still wants to get paid more. That's not equality. That's her getting rewarded for being a woman while also being able to talk crap about men. It's not equality. That's just living in a fantasy land.
Okay, does anybody else, like when, specifically women, I'm talking to women, okay? Does anybody else, when you're walking through a door and a man doesn't open the door for you, like you're just like if a man's coming in, right? Like a man is coming in the door and they don't hold the door open for you, like I'm actively about to walk through that same door. Do you not just like, what is happening? What is happening? Or like you know what I say in my head every single time? Like they'll walk through it first and let it shut in my face. All I hear in my head, I go, chivalry is dead. Chivalry is dead.
There is no way that some random dude just walked through a door and slammed it in her face. She's making it up because she needs to squeeze out as much emotional garbage to prove her point that chivalry is dead, and modern women were the ones that killed it. Let's be real.
Okay, I have a bone to pick this morning with you men of this generation. I have an injured knee, you can obviously see. I come in struggling. I was pulling my bag behind me, come in struggling this morning, and there was a man in front of me, and he just swung the door and closed it in my face. And I don't want to give up on this generation of men. Please tell me I don't have to give up on you, okay? If you are a great man and you open the door for women, can you please comment? Because I really want to know there's still men out there, because I'm about to give up on you guys.
She tries to make giving up on this generation of men sound like a threat, but most men do not care. Men have given up on modern women ages ago, and unfortunately that means she's going to have to open her own doors. It's not that big of a deal.
Where are the gentlemen in the UK? Genuinely, where are they? Because not an ounce of testosterone has been spotted in the UK in the past 10 years, I swear. Feels like no man wants to be a gentleman these days. I don't get it. I'm gonna say every single man because of course that would be a generalization, but it just feels like men do not want to even try anymore to even be kind human beings, not even interact. I go to the gym pretty much every single day, and most days men will not hold the door open. They will simply just walk on by, which is fair. If you don't want to look at me, fair enough, I get it, I'm a redhead.
You have to appreciate the irony of a woman who goes online and claims that men refuse to be nice to other humans, while she's the one ranting in her car and insulting men for not treating her like she's special. I mean, this woman is just insane.
To completely ignore me as a human being when I would open the door for anyone, a cat, a mouse, an animal, a male or a female. Please just open the door, have some respect for other human beings. And tell me why I'm walking down the street, I see a couple walking in this rain, you can hear the rain, and the man has a coat, the woman has just a t-shirt on. He clearly hasn't offered to give her the coat, help her with the bags that she's holding. She's holding 10 bags in this weather. That's not gentlemanly at all, because it does make us feel wanted when a man opens the door, when a man opens the car door, when they do little things like that cost nothing, it's free.
That's just a straight up lie. Modern women don't feel grateful when men do these little things. If an average man does that, she looks at him with scorn because he's expecting gratitude for doing something that's the quote unquote bare minimum. It only counts when highly attractive men do it.
Listen, calling all gentlemen, or lack thereof, I'm going to tell you right now, every man on the planet, at least in the United States of America, needs a lesson on holding the door open for a lady. I'm serious. My 11-year-old son opens every door for me, opens my car door for me, walks me to my car, doesn't let me close the gate by myself. Right, my 11-year-old, which is about 10,000 times more than what I experience in public with my hands full trying to get in and out of a door. And there are men just like passing by, not holding the door open. Unreal. Y'all need to do better.
Her 11-year-old son does that because his mother trained him to do that. He wasn't naturally a gentleman. She had to condition him to do that. And it's frustrating how she thinks that men need to treat her like she's special simply because she exists. It does not work that way anymore.
Somebody explain something to me, please. I want to know where all of the good men have gone. Where are all of the chivalrous men? Where are they? because I just went into Circle K with a stroller, right? And there was nobody around except for the guy at the counter. And he's just staring at me as I'm struggling trying to get through the entrance. Struggling. Because there's no like handicapped, you know, push button where it opens. And I'm just like trying to get the stroller in there.
Men are not responsible for making the lives of strange women easier. When modern women claimed that men were dangerous and they were to leave women alone, that severed ties. Men are not helping women anymore because they literally told us not to.
And he's just staring at me. And then to top it off, another man walks in as I'm walking out of Circle K, watches me struggle again getting out of Circle K as I'm opening the door and trying to push the stroller through. What is going on? Where have all the good men gone? Where? Why? I just don't understand. There's no like kindness anymore. Where has all the kindness gone? I don't know. I don't know what to say. You guys have a good day. Hopefully better than mine. Bye!
Even if a man tried to help her, she's pushing a stroller, which means that she has a baby with her. This means that if a man approaches to help her, he's putting himself in a position to be accused as a kidnapper or worse. It's not worth the risk just to make her feel good for 2 seconds.
I hope my husband acts better in public than some of these guys. Because why is it never once has anybody ever offered to help? I could be putting big cases of water in the car. You could see I'm struggling. Face is turning red. They're heavy for me. I could have the baby in like one hand. I'm struggling. Whatever the case may be, never once has somebody said, ma'am, do you need help? Can I help you? I pray that my husband, if he sees somebody struggling, whether it's a young lady, an old lady, a man, hey, can I help you? That looks so heavy. Can I help you? And no, I know a lot. I don't want my husband ever helping a lady. Like, let me find out. Okay, well, that's you probably, I'm not saying for my husband to ask them on a date, but be a gentleman. Be respectful.
She keeps referring to her husband, but the man doesn't exist. She's praying to get a man like that, but it's tough for a man to go after a woman who's constantly going online to bash men. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.